Hey good people, what's going on? Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm going to be doing a very special fragrance review. I'll tell you the reason for it. The fragrance itself is special and this is actually going to be a sample review. So I'll be actually apologizing because I cannot show you the full presentation. I think the bottle looks really lovely. But the fragrance, nonetheless, I have the sample, the juice is here, juice is ready. So it's a gift from one of my very dear brothers in the community. I'm gonna talk about him. So basically, yeah, the fragrance and the person who I received it from, like as a gift, these two factors makes it special. So we're gonna be looking at Bergamask, and this is the sample that I have. It's Orto Parisi, I think that's how you say the name. This is a niche house and very expensive fragrance. I think the bottles, I think they come in one size only, 50 ml or 70 ml. Sorry, I didn't look at Fragrantica or the notes or anything, but I remember like it's a smaller bottle, not 100 ml, and it goes for in Bangladesh like $100, 100 something dollars, give or take. So it's not really supremely expensive, or it's not also very cheap. So it has a good price tag on it. The fragrance color, it's gonna be like, the juice color is gonna be orangish, sort of like a yellowish kind of juice. And this is from one of my brothers. His name is Nabil M Rahman. Nabil Bhai is from Bangladesh also, obviously. He lives in Naranganj, those who are in Bangladesh. And more or less in our fragrance community, everybody knows him. He's a very nice, polite gentleman, very handsome guy. And we have been friends, like we know each other since 2016. So he is sort of like in Bangladesh known as a niche king. In different groups, he has a lot of admirers, brothers and fan following. He is not reviewing that much, but he's a good reviewer too. But he doesn't have a channel, but he has great collection. So basically, if you see me collecting, I do collect mostly designers. He collects mostly niche. So he has a rich collection and he has a rich heart, which makes him really wonderful person. He does giveaways. He gives away samples to his younger brothers, sometimes as a gift, and this actually was a gift. So you can see generous guy. So thank you, Nabil Bhai, once again. I'm sorry I took a long intro. So the fragrance review I dedicate to Nabil Bhai. Okay, so here you go. So first of all, this house, I have two fragrances I really wanted to try. I tried this fragrance, history with this, I tried it in 2017 with another brother in the community, Mr. Fahad Bhai. So he has this fragrance sample. Back then I think he got it from, I don't know where he bought it from, but I sprayed on my skin and I felt like this fragrance was really weak on me. I did not really feel the vibe with this, and I was like, no, it's passed for me. And he was like surprised. He's like, you really do not get performance from it? You don't think it's beast mode? I said no. You know, that day I smelled Jean-Paul Gaultier's Superman, and I think Popeye, Au Fresh. Those fragrances seem a bit more prominent than this. So different skin, different, you know, it's always not constant. So since then I have that first memory of this fragrance, and I think in Bangladesh, few other brothers, they also like it a lot, and a lot of people like it. They get beast mode projection performance, just like most of the people on Fragrantica. So I'll tell you my story, and after wearing a lot of it, it was like somewhere here, very generous amount he gave me. So I got to test it properly. So the presentation I cannot show you because, as I told you, no bottle, but let me tell you, the smell is here. So this fragrance, it's kind of like based on two notes on Fragrantica. If you see it, it's already reviewed to death. But I'll talk from the aspect of the price versus what you get as well, because niche fragrances, on most part, they are very expensive. And I'm very skeptical about buying niche because I don't own so many niche. I buy the ones I really love and I think is worth the money. Is this worth the money? I'll tell you. And the two notes that they mention is, the name is Bergamask, right? So bergamot plus musk. That's the two notes they mention in Fragrantica. But I'll tell you a little bit different. Of course, I'm not going to tell you like that's what I get because it's there in Fragrantica. When I spray it for the first time, it's really strong. Okay, so the opening of this, it's very like bergamot, but I get some more notes from this even on the dry down. It's a simple fragrance. It doesn't have so much dramatic or drastic changes, or you know, on dry down it doesn't go to places, but it's very simplistic scent. But there are some other notes in this to my nose. So first of all, when you spray it first time, what I get from this in the opening, it's very fruity, it's very piercing, but it's not like a tart citrus, like a very sour sort of citrus that you expect from bergamot, or it's like Creed Aventus, or like clones, they have bergamot, a lot of fragrance they do, but those bergamot smell really zesty and come off as like very tart and very piercing. This is piercing, but it smells to me more like orangey. I had quite a few orange based fragrances in my journey. Oranges, they come as like a zesty sometimes, like sometimes it's very vitamin C, like it's sometimes a very like uplifting, fresh. This one, it comes to me like orange, but not the fruit. It comes to me like the peel of the orange, but not even the outer skin. Outer skin, if you squeeze, then you'll see that some juice comes and hits your face, a little bit bitter, a little bit citrusy, zesty. But imagine the inner, the skin of the whole skin. How do I say? Like the peel. If you take out the peel, so the inner part, the white part of the peel, that's what I get from this. So it's kind of like citrusy, fresh, but it's not too zesty or vitamin C like. Okay. Oh, sorry. And it also smells like, I don't know why, kind of like pumpkin to my nose. That's what I'm telling you. Like, I get different things, So the color maybe has something to do with it, but and there's another fruit called kumquat, or I used to say kumquat. So kumquat. So if you go to this thing, the tea, what's that bubble tea drink? Cha time, like in Thailand we have, in Bangladesh now. So we have this cha time. Cha time is, cha is tea. So they have bubbles and stuff. They add pearls. They add rainbow jelly and stuff like that. It makes it like like a fancy tea. So that's more like a juice. So we have like one cha time, one drink called kumquat tea or something, that fruit. So this fragrance actually reminds me of that one as well. So sort of like an orange mixed with pumpkin with kumquat. So there is Mansera has a kumquat oud. There's a fragrance, I think. So that is the citrus that I get from it. Very interesting, very not too zesty like Ultra Zest or Clinique Happy for Men, or even what else got orange, like there's another one called Kenneth Cole Black. So those have nice interesting orange note. This is not exactly orange, not exactly bergamot. It's a very relaxing, not like Isimiaki yuzu kind of sharp citrus. It has sharpness, but it also has kind of like a frozen sort of citrus. So it's cooling. It's very nice, summery, fruity citrus. Okay, so that's the kind of citrus I get from it. Then on the transition, it goes a little bit more, the brightness of it a little bit like becomes, I think, less, so that the brightness of this fragrance goes away, and what you're gonna remain with is kind of like a semi-sweet, bit cold. Think of like Soviet Union, like Russia, and it's a snowy country. It's supposed to be for summers, right? But I imagine this in cold, like days, nights, when it's snowing in Moscow, because I was born in Volgograd in Russia. So I have pictures of Russia, so I always have some memories. I don't know, but this fragrance smells like it's gonna be like a frozen orange juice or those fruits mixed, and it's like placed in the snow. That's how it's kind of cooling in that way. So I cannot picture this in a hot summer's day, like I'll give you a comparison, like Dior cologne. It's like so like acidic. It's like so, lemon is like so real. It's like a hot days, and you're like taking lemonade in the hot day, and it's very zesty, lemony. This one doesn't give me that sort of vibe, and I think this is gonna be a good fragrance to wear in cold days. Like a fresh, zesty fragrance to wear in a cold day. It works in hot summer's day as well. Lasting part is good, but projection on me, I do not get that bombastic projection that people get, and I also do not get that musk. I don't know why. So what I really get is like the citrus goes away, and then a little bit of the fruity, the feel of it. It's like stays on the skin, and it's pretty mature sort of a scent. Okay, so I think there's a fragrance. I forgot the name. It's like hold on, I have to remember the name. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't remember the name. Even the brand name I cannot say properly. It's Roma. I remember the name. Perfume name is called Roma. It's the orange based fragrance for men, frosted glass like this. And I think the house is called, I never learned how to say it. It's like Laura Biagiotti. I don't know that house. So it has bit like old school fashion. So this fragrance for me, it's not a very modern, youthful fragrance like those Edition Blanche, or it doesn't have that modern touch to it. You know, it's almost feels like the era of Chanel Allure. You know, like if you like that fragrance, it has orange blossom sort of feel. I also feel there's orange blossom in this, so that's what I'm getting mostly. Not as powdery, but I'm getting those florals, you know, on my skin from the dry down. So it's a beautiful orangey, kind of like pumpkin to my nose, and that kumquat, you know, so that sort of oranges and the citruses, and it slowly goes to like orange blossoms, mild florals, you know, it's like spring days. I think it'd be great fragrance to wear. Do not blind buy this, okay? This may not, it's hyped to the max everywhere, but it may not really meet your expectation or imagination. You really have to get a sample. You know, in Bangladesh, I think Nabil Bhai, he would have some samples ready for you. If you really want, you can purchase from him. But I would say sample this before you buy it. It smells kind of like mature noses. It's not beginner's fragrance. It's not a Dior Sauvage. If you are into Dior Sauvage, ultra male still, this is something you should not blind buy and expect it to do wonders for you. You may get bored of this fragrance very quick, and you just do not understand the concept of this fragrance. It's very simplistic, very nicely done. It's very soothing, and it doesn't try to get so busy also. So that's what the maturity about this fragrance. So the Bergamask, the name, it's kind of fun. The bottle is really nice. Juice color is very beautiful. The fragrance itself, the longevity is good. On most people, they will tell you it's beast. It projects for 6 to 8 hours. I do not get that. I get about 2 to 3 hours max projection, and that's like around surrounding me. So maybe different, big bottle will be different story. Longevity is good. On my skin, I get good longevity, but I have better performing perfumes in my collection. So my skin eats this fragrance up, so it's the blame goes to my skin, not the fragrance. Remember this. So I'd like to try Teroni. I think there's another fragrance, the darker one. But this fragrance, I think I would suggest you wear it for spring, even in the cold days. If you try to like get a little bit of a vibe of freshness, like when it's cold out there, you want to like warm it up, or a little bit like you want to get something fruity. You know, it reminds me of some sort of vodkas. They have the orange vodka, so it has that feel, but minus the alcohol, you know, if you know what I mean. So I really like this fragrance. Very interesting fragrance, and it's definitely niche, in the niche side. Designer fragrances, they would not have, I didn't smell anything like it in designer side. So overall, this longevity, I'm not going to take my experience in account, but on me, I'll give it like a 8 out of 10. Projection, I would give it like 7.5 or 7 out of 10. But out there in the world, people tell you this is like 10 on both categories. So try with your skin chemistry. Niche fragrances always work different on different people, but it smells very natural also. So it doesn't smell artificial, or some people said screechy, or it's very difficult to digest. I don't find it that way, but yeah, it's like, if you like, let me tell you in the end one other thing. I tried some herbal Chinese tea, and then ginseng, a lot of these things, green tea, and Chinese people take a lot of stuff. So they sometimes have those, you know, like I seen Korean restaurants in Malaysia. I went there. Some of them, they have like some of these drinks. They have this whole fruit aged, they don't like dry aged fruit or something, or preserved, like those kumquat or something, like those citruses or those oranges. They just take out the whole fruit, and then they process it, and then put it in your drink. Sometimes alcoholic, sometimes it's not. Sometimes they put it in wines and stuff. So this one feels like one of those citruses, like this would be used in those kind of drinks also, you know, traditional Chinese drinks or Korean drinks. Yeah, so it reminds me of that. So if you like those orange vodka and stuff, definitely give it a try. Okay, so it's very fruity and very adventurous, at the same time daring scent, right? So overall, this fragrance, I will give this from my liking, how much I like it, I'll give it 8.5 out of 10. Longevity, performance has no issue, but the price is kind of expensive, so check the fragrance before buying. Do not blind buy this, right? So thanks once again, Nabil Bhai, for sponsoring this video. I really am happy, you know, like you're doing great thing for our community, and you're very active in our group. So we always treasure people who love the fantastic hearts. They love genuinely something. He genuinely loves perfumes, right? So everybody, join us in Fragcomm Bangladesh. We always have fun with scent of the day, different fragrances, new releases, and we only talk about fragrances, right? I'll leave the link below. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. A little bit longer video, but I want to take my time describing this fragrance. Very interesting fragrance. See you guys. Have a very good night. Bye bye.